When it comes to presenting wildlife education to students and families, no one, and I mean no one, does it better than local celebrity animal ambassador Critterman Dave Clevin. And the Critterman's here today to introduce us to a few animals from the rainforests of the world. Hi, Critterman.
Hi, how you doing?
Great. Welcome to the show.
Oh, well, I've got an animal here I think that kind of fits in with Santa's outfit, don't you think?
I know. This is very cute. Now, what is this and where is he from?
This is Rojo. He's a Red Tegu from South America, and this very beautiful red color that he has actually is to help him stand out to attract a girlfriend.
Oh, really? All right.
Yep. As a matter of fact, I speak a little Tegu.
Oh, do you?
A little Red Tegu, yeah. Animals like this, you know, kind of communicate silently. And I can actually teach you a little if you want to learn.
Yeah, I would love to.
Okay. So you see a male Tegu come into your territory, not real happy about it, kind of puff yourself up, make yourself look real big, start bobbing your head up and down real fast, right? Yep, that means go away. That's a threat, okay?
Okay.
Now, you change it just a little bit. This is why I had to study about animals. Changes the meaning quite a bit. Here, we'll try it again, but this time, puff yourself up, real slow, like you're really cool. Do you know what that means?
Hey.
Yeah, exactly. It means he's looking for a girlfriend. That's exactly right. So you just asked him out on a date, basically.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and
he turned his head this way. So
well, see, you got his attention. Yeah. See, well, the redhead, right? He's definitely checking out.
That's exactly right. We know what his type is.
Yes. Well, and he's definitely checking out right now with that tongue as well. That is how they find food in the forest.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Okay.
When he sticks his tongue out, he's trying to collect information there. And look, boy, he really wants to go over and say hello to you.
I've done a good job, Dave.
Yeah.
Wow. May I pet him?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. They have thick armored scale, kind of protects them in a fight there.
He does. What does he eat?
These guys are considered omnivores, so they'll eat a little bit of everything, but they prefer a lot of meat in their diet, but they'll also eat plants whenever it's available as well.
Okay. And how old would you say these live to be?
Oh, about 20 years.
Oh, okay.
About 20 years.
So if I had one as a pet, that's a real commitment.
Well, and you know, I'll talk a little bit about that. This is not an animal that would be a good pet. As a matter of fact, the animals that I'm sharing with you, and I'm going to switch out here, I think,
please, go
would
ahead.
definitely not make a good pet for most people. These animals, I actually have to have special permission to give some of these animals a home, and of course to even bring some of them to some of the schools and places that I visit. Now this little guy here was actually born at the Frank Buck Zoo, and he's the animal that we teased at the beginning. He's all wrapped up in his newspaper.
Oh,
He's holding on for dear life there. There we go. I guess that's what he thought of the Dallas Morning News episode this morning, issue this morning. He's shredding up there. But this little guy here that we had out at the beginning is called a Tenrec. They're from Madagascar. They're a cousin of the hedgehog, and he was born at the Frank Buck Zoo back when they had the flood a few years ago.
Aww.
Yeah, so he was. We should have named him Noah maybe after surviving out there.
Surviving the flood.
So these guys are from Madagascar.
How cute! And so he looks prickly, but can I?
You can feel these are modified hairs. That's all they are. That's his hairdo. No mousse, no gel, no hairspray. 100% natural.
Just feels like very coarse hair.
Yeah, it's they didn't go crazy on makeup in him earlier, so that is natural hair. And the weird thing is that these guys are actually born with these spikes.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Ooh.
which moms always get really big eyes when I say that. Thankfully for mom, it's they're born with a sac around the spikes and fluid that dries up after 3 or 4 days.
I was going to say that might be that would deter me from wanting to have any more, Dave.
Well, absolutely. One set of babies would be about it. That's absolutely right. But they're able to protect themselves from day one.
And so what do they eat?
These guys are insectivores, and that's why this is a cousin of the hedgehog. They're not hedgehogs, though.
Okay.
They're not hedgehogs because hedgehogs are terrestrial. They just live on the land. This animal here is only found on the island of Madagascar, nowhere else in the world. And the reason I'm wearing this beat-up glove here is because these guys can also climb trees. Show you how you climb a little bit there. There we go. Turn them upside down, and that's why I put the glove on there. So he has something to dig the claws into other than my skin.
He does have long claws.
Yeah, and hedgehogs cannot climb trees, so those are the things that make them different.
It's very unique. Okay, so here you've got a snake for us.
Yes, yes, and always the biggest hit in all of my programs, whether they be for schools or libraries, or I'll be at the Galleria tomorrow.
That's right.
And this is always the biggest hit of any of my programs. I'm going to stretch Nastasha right out on the table, and I'm going to actually hand you part of Nastasha here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep, and you just kind of grab that part, and we're going to stretch her out here and let her explore on the table here, and I can lift her up a little bit so we can see that very beautiful face.
She is so
So
pretty.
kids at home, this is not an animal that would be a good pet, primarily because it is illegal to have a Burmese python. is
Oh,
a
wow.
pet in most cities. If you're going to get an animal as a pet at home, moms and dads, first of all, make sure the whole family wants to have the animal as a pet.
Right.
It's like adopting a child. It's going to become part of your family, because the animals that you're seeing here today are animals that came to me because they needed a home for one reason or another.
Right.
And there's only so much room that we have in the inn. The other thing is that if you're going to get an animal as a pet, do your homework. Find out how big they're going to get. A Burmese python like this hatches out about 18 inches long.
Oh, wow. So that
But
really
as big
is
as
a
a
big
snake
commitment.
looks, this is nothing.
Wow.
This snake can grow to be 20 feet long and weigh over 200 pounds. So if you're going to get an animal as a pet, make sure it's legal, make sure you do your homework, make sure the whole family wants it, and work with rescues and shelters and things like that, because those are animals that could really use a good home. Dogs and cats and gerbils and hamsters, those are the animals that make the best pets.
Well, we love that you brought these today. Thank you so much. This was a lot of fun.
Oh, well, thank you for having me.
Well, and like you said, you can catch Critterman for free tomorrow, Saturday, December the 15th at 11:30 a.m. at Galleria Dallas on the 3rd floor outside of Nordstrom. And then you can also see him at Great Wolf Lodge next Wednesday, December 19th or Friday the 21st if you happen to be staying there. So log on to critterman.com if you'd like more information.